he only works on, from what he was saying, ideally bright, positive, like uplifting games. And that's like, I had no idea he did that.
Oh, I see.
I just thought like, I had no idea that was like an intention. I thought it was just he works on the best games he could.
Right.
I never really thought, and then because he's hiring great people and like a diverse team of interests, that they aren't interested in working in a. So like they're only gonna do like a dark shooter if Gord or there was somebody else that would do that.
Would do it, yeah.
But he's not gonna make like M do it.
Right.
Because he only wants people working on, and it's like how it builds into the types of games they work on.
Yeah.
It's like super, I don't know. It was super interesting because I never really. I mean, that's why I leave the local episodes for later. Because I have questions.
Right.
For everybody I spend time with. And the more time I spend with them, the more questions I would have.
Right.
So I can save it, and I can just walk up to Gord and record an hour interview.
Right.
Which is my general quality bar, is how long the interview is.
Right.
How long the episode is normally how good I think the episode is.
Okay. So if we only talk for like 10 minutes, and you're like, well, okay, I guess I got it, then I'm like really screwed. I'm like...
Not screwed, it's just I didn't...
I'm just really boring.
Yeah, but it's also not necessarily like the quality of the person. Like there's somebody who I interviewed who I loved their games, and the interview was not very long. Just because he didn't...
Quality conversation just wasn't,
I ran... Like, if I run out of questions, I'm ending it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
If I run out of questions or get the sense that they don't want to do it anymore, then, like, I just end it.
Right.
I'm not gonna... I don't know if you saw... Did you see the Joe Budden and Migos
No, I didn't.
interview on the red carpet? They were interviewing the Migos, and the Migos did not want to be there and were, like, not answering it. And then Joe Budden just stood up and, like, dropped the mic and, like, just walked off the interview on the red carpet, which caused the Migos to, like, puff up, like, I don't even know, but they got all stood up, and then a bunch of people came in, and Joe Budden was already like walking away, and it was left with the other guy who's not ready to fight, and the woman on the show just standing there as all these people kind of swarm in.
Holy shit!
And it was just such a train wreck, but it spawned all these memes of like, because the one guy was really keen, so he was asking all these questions, and the Migos were like getting offended. Yeah, it was a. But I don't do that. I just end if I think I've had enough.
Sure.
I haven't had a hostile interview.
Okay.
Get ready.
I won't, yeah. Yeah, you haven't seen me when I'm cornered by a question here. You don't know what I'm going to do.
So, yeah, the levels sound good. So,
okay, cool.
Cool to start?
Yeah.
What's your name and what's your game?
My name is Greg Lobanov, and the game that I'm making is called Wandersong.
How often does your name get mispronounced?
I've never heard it pronounced correctly. Maybe a few times.
Is there a trick if they become fans of Wandersong and want to come up and say hi to you? Is there a trick you always think in your head?
No, because I just grew up with it. I mean, the trick is not to care, because I don't really care if someone pronounces it wrong.
Yeah.
So that's my shield, is like, I actually really enjoy hearing the different ways people say it. For me, it's kind of like a fun, box of chocolates thing. It's like, they'll say, like, Lobanov. And it's like, cool, like that's a fun way to interpret that.
And also, if you just commit to it, it'll be way less awkward.
Yeah.
You just walk in and try your best, and
yeah.
And not everybody gets a campaign to change their name. Like there are people Kanye had a whole campaign of like, this is how you pronounce my name, because when he started, people were calling him Kane.
Really?
And Talib Kweli also has a similar thing, or Faramach. But rappers have an ability to say their name enough,
right, where you can just fix it
in their songs to go, okay, that's how you.
That's useful. It doesn't really come up in Wandersong ever.
So you don't have an audio credits?
An audio credit? No. You don't. No, we don't read it off.
What's the credits like? Are they special?
They are special. I don't know if I should tell you. There's. I haven't seen a game that does it, but there's story that happens during the credits, I'll say.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can you just start the credits immediately?
Start them immediately.
Yeah, like I start the game, I go to the credits.
You can just pause the game and look at them too, but that's not special. That's just
so it's only special.
Like, there's a moment in the game where the credits occur. Yeah, a really important moment. Yeah.
How late did the credits come in?
They're the very last thing. Yeah, and in the story of the game, like it's like the last thing is credits. Yeah.
No, like in development.
Oh, I did them like actually probably like 4 or 5 months ago, like a surprisingly long time ago. Because usually you do them like the last week or something.
Yeah.
I was thinking because they were an aspect of the. Like there was kind of story stuff that happens.
Oh, cool.
So I was thinking about them already, and I was kind of like, oh, this is a good place to fit them in. I try to do that like with like all the everything in the game. Like there's no everything that I knew I had to do, like menus and credits and title screen, whatever. I tried to like find a way to fit it in where it felt like it had a reason to be in the game, not just like not in a different universe, but like everything is kind of like you're still in Wandersong, you're still playing Wandersong.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of an immersive menu.
Yeah, like the menu is like the least immersive thing. It's really hard to put options anywhere and not do it. But I did like my darndest, like my absolute darndest to make it like not feel like too much like a menu. Basically.
Is that what you're gonna put on your LinkedIn? Like,
tried really hard. Yeah.
What where do you put the subtitles option?
Subtitles.
It's its own option. It's
subtitles.
Not. Is it in audio or is it in?
There's no subtitles in the game.
Oh.
Like there's no spoken voice in the game. There's no like dialogue. Yeah, it's all reading. It's like Night in the Woods. We have like little voices like vocalizations like
And you localize those or no?
No, we haven't done any localization. Dude, localization is going to be crazy if we ever do it for this game. Yeah, it has a lot of words, and they're just hard coded into the game logic. So, yeah, I have like an idea for how I'm going to do it, but I haven't had to really try.
Yeah,
yet.
you could probably use some sort of weird regular expression thing to.
Yeah, what we would
grab
do.
All those and...
What we would do is just like use like the dialogue as like a key, and then just like the original English line, replace that with the translated, something like that, like very janky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the idea because I haven't played the full thing.
You have played it?
Not the whole thing. I've only played it in a demo.
Right. But you get the gist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like, and talking to Gord, that there is this like kind of overarching story.
Yes.
That dictates how many songs need to be in the game.
Yeah, kind of, yes.
So the most interesting thing, which I was talking a bit to Gord about, what was that relation like?
The story to the songs?
Yeah.
It's a good question. Like when I brought Gord on, I already kind of knew like the general plot of the game. When Gord started working, you probably heard something similar from him. Like he was already really busy with like other projects he was trying to finish and stuff. My original hope was that like I would kind of work in step with Gord, and like sometimes he would do a song and then I would like make some gameplay, and sometimes I would like do some gameplay and he'd like make a song for it. The way it mostly ended up working out is that just like because I had a lot of time and I had no patience whatsoever, so I just like worked really far ahead, made a lot of game. I kind of like started to figure out a lot of the story, and then Gord started filling in the music chronologically, but like way like a year behind where I was. So like every time, like for every song in the game, like Gord would come into a part of the game. It's like, this part's already done. Here's what happens. Here's what it feels like. Like, it's about these characters. I actually have I wrote just a huge document, and it eventually turned into like a Trello checklist of just like every song in the game, like references for what I want it to sound like, what happens in the story, what are the characters, what it should feel like, all this kind of stuff. And Gord basically just went through point by point, and it was just like, okay, we need a song. It's like, this is a reggae song and it's happy. It's about 2 minutes long for a pirate town. Go. And he would do that song, and then we'd like go back and forth on it.
How'd you get references? Were they pulled from your like kind of eclectic music taste? I assume you have, or
yes, they were pulled from my eclectic music taste. You assume I have.
So you just would pull up the kind of playlist, or were you ever looking like songs about being sad that something's over, or something like very specific emotion or something like that?
I would never do stuff like that. There were a couple of times where like I had an idea for a song, but I had never heard one like it. So it took me more. I would have to be like, okay, let me actually find I have to just I find songs I've never heard of or listened to and see if I can find one, like using keywords and stuff that sounds like what I want.
Yeah.
That happened like a couple times.
It's like oddly popular in hip hop. It's the way you would like tweet a famous developer about your game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people make beats like beats that rappers rap on and then name them like
after the rap.
This is a X like beat or a beat X would rap on.
Right.
And then they just upload them to YouTube with no concern for rights.
Right.
And then sometimes they randomly get picked.
Right. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. So yeah, like slightly like that. Like a lot of this, like almost every song in the game, I could point to like, oh, okay, this was like I gave Gord like these two songs, and I was like this, and he did like Gord's version of like that.
Do you think when you gave multiple references that it produced a better result, or was it a lot of like one song reference?
Usually what would happen is like I would have a few different ideas that I would give to him, and he would kind of like focus on one. He'd be like, oh, okay, like this is one, I get this one. And then it would basically be kind of like about that one. Gordon's like a pretty good, like he's really good to work with.
Yeah.
He's a really good sense of like, he did a really good job where like so yeah, like for when we talk about like referencing the references, I think he would focus on one, but then he would kind of like understand the spirit of what I was asking. Like he could feel kind of what I was coming at with all the other options and try to like fill that into the song. Although honestly, like the best song, like my personal favorite songs in the soundtrack, pretty much every single time I would give him something really specific and be like, I want it to sound like this. He would do something that sounded nothing like it whatsoever. Just a complete like 90-degree turn from what I asked for. And it's like way better. Like just infinitely better than what I expected. So like...
Was there any parts that were just... Because like, I imagine if you're like, oh, I want to soak a record that's about spontaneity.
Soak a record?
Soca's a genre of based off of like reggaeton.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or something like that it could be hard for somebody to try and produce. Were there any like pain point songs that were just like took forever to come together?
There were a bunch like that for a lot of different reasons. There's one like, okay, my like I think the Pink Dragon, is that what you call it? The thing you chase?
Like when you're on heroin?
Yeah.
I think I've never been on heroin.
The dragon.
The
dragon. Yeah. Okay. So the dragon that I was chasing through this entire game was I wanted Gord to do an Enya song, like really bad. I just wanted like Enya music in Wander Song. And that's like 50%. Like when the thing I just said, where like, oh, I gave him a song, and he like didn't do that. Yeah. Like about half or more of the time, it was like an Enya song, and he would like not do Enya at all. He would do some other thing. It would be so good. I would have to be like, well, okay, you win. You bested me. You don't have to do Enya.
Yeah.
I felt like the entire game I was kind of trying to chase him down and be like, okay, do Enya for this one, and he would be like, no.
Did
like trying to get a cat to take a bath.
Was it ever so off that you were like, oh, but that totally works over here? Like level 1 song.
Yes.
Like it didn't work. Let's put it in level 5.
Now that you're asking, I'm pretty sure like every because there's so many songs on this. Like I'm pretty sure like every combination of like thing I asked for, result, placement, feedback, everything just happened at some point for some song.
Yeah.
So like there were like at least one I can definitely remember. There was just like there's like a city in the game, and I think I asked him for like, oh, like I want it to be like kind of happy, but it has this like kind of weird feeling undercurrent, and he just straight up wrote like a really scary, like a Halloween sounding song. It just like didn't make any sense at all. And that was one of those days where I was actually working at the studio with him, and he was like doing the idea. It was like starting out, and I was like, yeah, this is sounding like really different from what I said. And he was like, yeah, you're right, but I really like it, and I don't want to stop on it. I just want to keep going on this and just see where it goes. And I was like, well, okay. And he made a whole song that made no sense for what I asked him for. But then luckily I found a place where it fit. So the song was like really good too. That's the thing. It was like a really good song. We couldn't use it for what I asked for, but then we found a place to put it. So yeah, like that happened.
How do you keep track of all these songs? Like, did you name them after levels?
I guess I'm trying. How do we named them like? Yeah, we usually name after the place where they play in and stuff. I mean, I have a photographic memory of the entire game. I'm very obsessed with Wandersong.
That's what people always said about you.
Wait, have anyone said that?
Yeah, like you're the one with the memory from Indie House.
What?
Like if you need somebody to remember something.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name somebody who said that? I don't even think that's. I don't like.
I think it was Jesse.
Jesse said that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Jesse thinks that. Well, I think
Jesse's just a stream of compliments, though. Out of it.
Yeah, Jesse's a stream of compliments. Okay, I'm not. My memory's not especially good. I don't think. But my memory when it comes to Wandersong is impeccable. Like
arguably the best in the world.
Arguably, definitely the best in the world. So
top two at least.
It was not hard for me to remember. Like this, every song for me was. Like I really felt like a creative part of the soundtrack making because every song I had a really specific idea for it, and I when Gordon would make it and it would the way my basis of criticism was how much does this fit what I want, how much does this fit what I need for my game, so I was really involved with it and I gave him feedback in every song. We went back and forth. So I was really invested in all of them. I definitely remembered every single one and I remembered what they were supposed to be like. And I could still I could listen to the whole soundtrack now and tell you that stuff. So for me it was I don't know, a really important part. I really like game soundtracks, not just for Wandersong, but just that's how I always connected to my favorite games of all time. I listened to the soundtracks obsessively. So I took Wandersong as an opportunity to just make the soundtrack that I want, okay. This is if I was growing up right now and I was gonna Wandersong was the game that I played at the age of 12. It's my favorite game ever, and this is the soundtrack.
Target demographic.
Yeah.
12-year-old Greg.
12-year-old Greg, who's playing what will be his favorite game of all time, and he's gonna listen to the soundtrack obsessively. This is the soundtrack I want to give him.
Well, I mean, it might be. Well, how many interviews have you done for this game?
I don't know, a lot.
A lot. Do they always ask you what your favorite soundtracks are?
No, it's different. People ask different ways. Someone asked me once. They were like, "What's your favorite song?" They were just like, "Yeah, what's your favorite song?" And I actually couldn't. I was like, "What's your favorite song?" Yeah. How do you answer that?
Yeah. It depends on the mood, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's if you set up a scenario,
yeah. Tell me where I am. I'll tell you what I listen to. But you're just like, "What's your favorite?" I mean, it's I don't. Yeah.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song?
Do you have any Christmas music? Assuming
I have one I thought of, but I don't want to give that one.
Some sort of holiday. Was it embarrassing?
Yeah, there's a little bit. Okay, well the one that jumped to my head first was I already forgot it. The one I'm going to tell you is no. Okay, I think Feliz Navidad. I think. It's really quite good.
It's fun.
It's that one or it
also doesn't get a lot of runs.
No.
Whenever you hear it, you haven't you're oh, it's Christmas, but it's it does. As somebody who worked retail, it's you dread the Christmas CD, and that thing cannot go into the back of the CD box. Mm-hmm. I assume it's on Spotify now or other definitely. Streaming stuff, but it's as soon as it's Boxing Day, that thing is back of the thing. Yeah. But All I Want for Christmas for You Is You by Mariah Carey, even though she has questionable actions. Love that song.
That's your favorite?
Probably, yeah. Because I've heard it 300 times and don't hate it.
Okay, yeah. That's how I feel. So that's Feliz Navidad is I don't hate it. I will say the one that hits my heart the most is and I can't remember the name right now. It's the sleigh ride one. Dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's got a little bop to it.
That one actually because when it gets to the sad parts, he's talking about they're getting married in the future and they're having pecan pie that gets me. That one gets me.
Is pecan your pie
It's my
choice?
Weakness. Yes. It's yes, it is. It is.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if that's a regional thing.
Maybe. No, I don't know any people in Philadelphia who love pecan pie as much as I do. But I'm crazy about it. Yeah.
What's the best one you've ever had?
The best I've ever had? On my bike trip across America, I stayed with a pecan farmer in Texas.
Did you steal any pecans?
He gave me a 5-pound bag of pecans.
So that's 10 kilos.
Something like that. It was this big. You can't see, I guess, on a podcast.
That's $200 worth of Vancouver
It was a stupid amount of pecans. Yeah, I used them to pay for things because I couldn't even like carry them.
Are they $20 a kilo?
I don't know. I've actually never bought that many. Like I don't know.
I know pine nuts are more expensive than steak.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're so small.
Right.
They're difficult to...
Point being, he gave me a ton. So I was eating them, like, every day for a while. I used them, like, when I went to a bike shop and had them fix it, I would just give them, like, a cup of pecans. Like, they were, like, very nice, farmer
like
pecans.
Like to barter.
Yeah, like a barter system, yeah.
I do that. I don't know. Like, if somebody offered me pecans, like, at a garage sale or something where I was selling it, selling something, I'd maybe take it. Especially if they're at all cooked, salted, like if they're those sweet pecans.
Yeah. I mean, it saves me a grocery trip because it's like, what am I going to spend the money on anyway?
That's all you buy anyway.
Yeah.
Just go to the store, fill your backpack full of pecans.
Head home, get back to Wandersong.
Yeah.
That's the day.
Was that your snack? Like,
actually, pretty much never. I really like chips and salsa.
Really?
That's not a productive snack.
Yeah, because your
fingers just get... Yeah, usually what happens is, like, I'm working, get hungry, I get the chips and salsa out, and then I just stop working and I eat chips and salsa. Peanut butter was my best, like, kind of, like, balance, like...
Yeah, because you're a big finger in the jar guy.
Finger in the jar guy. I do spoons, too. You know, don't paint me as a wild animal here. I like to spoon some peanut butter.
The spoon is definitely, like, I shouldn't be having this. Like, I've definitely opened up ice cream just to have one spoon and then into the sink, and I'm like, oh, that's all I could have. I used my spoon.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I would like keep I would get like really big peanut butter jars and keep a spoon inside of it. So you open the jar and the spoon's just in there, already stuck in the peanut butter, and you just kind of like.
I've never had that work out. There's nothing I think I dislike more than stuff on the handle of a spoon or a fork and knife. Like if I get. Like, many a times if the knife falls into the plate and gets all... I'm just... New knife.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because I just don't want... Like, I want my hands clean while I eat. I don't want stuff on my hands.
I kind of feel that. When it's... I feel that, except, like, peanut butter I just love so much that I don't mind.
Do you ever go to those places... I haven't been in one since I was a kid where they, like, make your own peanut butter?
Like Whole Foods?
Oh, do they do that?
They have they have a whole
station. Does it shake too?
I don't know if it shakes. It's like a grinder thing and just like poops it out. Yeah, I've been to Whole Foods where they do that, but only there. So I don't know if I haven't seen it anywhere else.
I bet they don't do the shake.
Probably not.
Yeah, because that was like the prank of the aughts.
What was it?
You got a can of soda and then put it in the peanut butter thing.
Oh.
And then it would like shake, and then you'd.
Give it to somebody. Yeah.
Hilarity ensues.
Yeah.
Have you been approached by any like branding opportunities for Wandersong?
I don't think so. No, like no. We've had no. We're not like I think we're not a big deal yet. I think we might be after the game is out, but like
the game's not out right now.
The game's not out right now. Yeah.
It's coming out next week.
Next week, yeah.
When?
September 27th. Yeah. We
Steam and Switch.
Steam and Switch, yeah. And Humble and GOG and itch.io too. Yeah, all the places. Yeah.
Only leave positive reviews.
Please. Yeah, if you're listening to this. We definitely had I mean, branding opportunities, no, but like pretty much every opportunity we've had with this game has been stuff like I never thought we'd get. Like when you said, and I was thinking about it, it's like, well, Nintendo, you know, like we're on a Nintendo console. That's a big deal for me. I haven't been on a console before. Like we're gonna have merch on Fangamer, which was a very big deal for me. Like I love Fangamer.
Oh, did you get the original shirts you printed on Fangamer?
Those are on the Yeti. Fangamer's doing a new shirt design, and
is it half and half?
Half and half.
Like half polyester, half cotton.
I don't know.
I always.
Those are the questions I ask.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy Darkest Dungeon stuff on Fangamer, dioramas.
Yeah,
all sorts of stuff.
Well, Darkest Dungeon. That's what I mean. It's like Darkest Dungeon that belongs on Fangamer.
I feel like I have to say that if I say Fangamer, like you.
Right. Like, just gotta do the plug.
Yeah.
But like for Wandersong to be on there, it's just like it makes no sense for them because like our numbers, like if you compare our numbers to yours, like it's child's play.
You're not out.
Well, we're not out, but even like as a pre-out, like before you guys were out,
you're selling a lot of shirts. You sold more shirts at the Roundhouse than.
Oh yeah. Well, in person, I'm quite charming. You know, I can sell stuff. On the internet, you know, no one knows that I'm cool yet, but maybe they will.
Well, no, after this.
Yeah, I bet they will, dude. We're gonna have some really good merch.
Yeah.
No spoiler.
Well, you got the. Well, can we talk about that?
The jacket.
I mean, we can talk about the track jacket.
Oh, the vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Why green?
It was their choice.
Why 45? Fan of jukeboxes.
I don't know. That was on them. I think they just, I don't know. That was standard.
So the longest game soundtrack.
Oh,
fits on the smallest vinyl.
Well, the vinyl only has 2 songs on it. Yeah, for the actual game soundtrack.
Is there 100? Is there 145?
Yeah, that would be amazing. No, I don't. I actually have no idea what we're gonna do for the vinyl. I think we'll have to see what songs are popular. We want to do vinyl really badly, of course. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what songs people actually like, because we can't put them all on. It would just be ridiculous.
Yeah, the novelty of the vinyl can be pretty fun. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we didn't do the Blood because there's this like feminist punk band, I assume, that put Period Blood in their vinyl.
Like their actual.
Yeah,
that's
like
cool.
It's like and we have a whole vampire themed DLC. So I was kind of hoping.
You were hoping to put some Period Blood on your vinyls.
Yeah, any blood really.
Right. Didn't okay.
Maybe that'd be cool.
But it didn't happen.
No.
Yeah.
There's no blood in it.
I don't think we are going to go for that either.
Yeah.
For Wander's song. I don't know if it's quite as good of a fit.
You could, like, cry into it.
Yeah, I could, actually. A salty vinyl. I don't think it would, like, show up, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give each one a kiss. And it wouldn't show up on there.
That would be, yeah.
But you would know it's like, oh, the developer, like, gave this a kiss.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then you got the stream content.
If I put lipstick on.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Yeah.
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 What's your business plan?
My business plan?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to sell my game. Like, I've always been. I think I've been in a actually really fortunate place in the industry for like a long time, where like I've been making games for like 8 years or something, like solo doing stuff like on mobile and Steam, whatever I can get. It's always been really small projects. I've never like I'm not popular by any means. Like
you're popular in the city.
Yeah, like
people
I have.
Like you?
Oh no, sorry. Like, I have a lot of friends, obviously, but like when it comes, like, you know, if someone was gonna name like your favorite indie game developers, like no one would ever think of me. I'm not saying this is negative. I'm just saying like in the scheme of things, like I'm not a notable person, but it works for me because like I sell like, you know, a couple hundred copies of my game. You know, it's like those people know about it, those people love it, does fine, and it's like I only need that much, and I pay rent for like a long time. So like I've been basically like living like a sewer rat in like the, you know, like below like the video game city my entire career, and so like I don't have like big plans. Like I'm not looking to get like, you know, like my goal number, like I already have it just from like my publisher upfront stuff, you know what I mean? So like I don't have to sell any copies of my game. Like
we want to sell copies of your game.
Yes.
We want people to buy Wander Song September
27th. Yeah. Obviously, if you want to buy Wander Song, you should buy Wander Song.
You buy it twice.
Buy it twice. Buy it 3 times. I will not stop you.
Yeah. Great gift.
Gift for the whole family. It is actually a family-friendly game, so the whole family. But yeah, my point is just that like I don't like I'm not used to thinking about things like I think in the same way that some of my peers are. Like the max like I'm already at a point where like my minimum of success is like more than I need. So like everything I get, it's like awesome. Like I want it, but I'm not like I don't think I'm planning very aggressively in a certain direction. I don't know. I don't know if that's
it's kind of good. I think it's good from like a mental state.
For mental state,
a lot of people the week before a game comes out is like super stressful.
Right, yeah, because you don't know if you're gonna like survive or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'll be fine, which is awesome, right? Yeah. So business plan is just like chill out, I guess. Like hope it goes well. I mean, I'm taking like every opportunity I can, but not in a business minded way. More in just like a we're making.
Is it good for the game? Is it gonna get?
Am I excited about it mostly? Yeah. Like we're doing a ton of merch on day one. I don't even know how we got that much because, again, like I said, it just makes no sense for the size of our game. Yeah. But like we're doing a ton of it because I love like everything we're selling. I just love it. Like I'm really excited about it. I basically got artists that I love to make things that I love so that I could have them. They're basically
Can you talk about any of that, or is it all surprise?
It's gonna be this is gonna be out before launch.
This will be out whenever you want.
Okay, so yeah, this is out like on or after launch, or maybe just before. It's fine. But yeah, we have like 3 or so new shirts launching on day one, like a new pin, 2 new
enamel
pins.
pin?
3 pins, 2 or 3 pins, enamel.
You're a big pin guy?
I don't even like pins, but
people like pins.
People like pins. No, but there's actually one pin in
people with denim jackets like pins.
Yes. Yeah, Alexis had we had one like temporary one that she had on loan for a little bit. And that's like there's this one the one pin in particular, Fangamer's gonna sell it. And it is like I'm not a pin person and I love this pin. Like I want this pin. It is like the most gaudy piece of shit I've ever seen and I love it. Like it is amazing.
Like solid gold?
It's not there's some gold trim on it.
You should have some like $1,000 rainbow.
We'll see how day one goes.
It's got like textures and yeah.
They're the one you're talking like for real we have a pin that has like it's the girl with the rainbow hair from the game.
Yeah.
So her hair is like it looks like a gasoline spill, like rainbow spectrum, like shifts colors when you rotate it. Her body is like sparkly, like white sparkle, like shiny, and then all the trim is like gold, like sparkly, like really bright as well. It's just like
I think we need to bring Texas ties back.
Was it?
Texas ties?
Texas ties?
You know Texas ties?
No.
It was one of the coolest things I saw. I went to South by Southwest to show Darkest Dungeon, and one of the coolest things I've ever seen while demoing a game was a person came up in all denim. Denim pants, denim shirt, like a denim jacket too. But she had a Texas tie, which is like the rope one. It's like the rope with the thing.
Oh, like a little toggle in the middle.
Yeah, but that was Majora's Mask.
Oh.
And I wasn't a fan of any of that. But it coming together and coming into the booth, I was like, video games. There's a Majora's Mask, like Texas tie.
There's a crossover here. Yeah,
I love it. But I think if we did the Texas ties, we could put our favorite pins on there. Like I could probably pull off a Texas tie when I'm all denimed up.
Oh, you absolutely could. Yeah.
But I don't like pinning my good clothes. I mean, I got a denim jacket recently, so maybe I can just pin that up.
Right.
Yeah, I had an idea of pinning a hoodie in the like Kango, like in the hand pocket thing. But then it's like I gotta take all those pins out every time I wash it.
Yeah.
You never need to wash denim jacket.
Yeah. Well, mine's white though. Mine's white, so I'm probably gonna need to wash it.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not so fun.
Do you think the rainbow-haired girl, is that her official name?
We call her Rainbow Girl, yeah.
Rainbow Girl. Is she the most iconic character of your game?
Potentially. It's hard to. I'm actually really curious.
Or is there the most attachment to her?
I think she might be the most like she's like the easiest kind of like most recognizable, just from like a couple of shapes. Like she's pretty obvious. I mean, you're kind of asking me to evaluate my own character design, so it's like it's kind of hard for me to like. I like all of them.
Yeah, good, better, best, really.
Yeah. there's one character, and I'm
secret character.
There's a secret character. There's a character in the game that no one knows about, and
what's a word? So they know.
Lightning.
Oh, well, they know him. Okay.
They'll know. But yeah, there's a character who I think I'm especially curious. Like I think like when we talk to Fangamer, like they played through the game, they're like, we think this character is going to be like a really popular one. Like they actually went out of their way to kind of like work her into some stuff that they did because they were like, I think people are going to like go crazy for her.
That's cool too. That she's like, if she's not in any of the marketing, or that they're not in any of the marketing, and they're like deep in the game.
Yeah.
Like, because people wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be that kind of equivalent of even if you're like a casual Wondersong fan.
Yeah.
Like, you bought the game and played it for a bit and maybe never got back to it, that you wouldn't even know that that's a
exactly
Wondersong shirt.
Yeah. So.
Do you like getting asked about your shirts? Like when you're wearing them and they're like, oh, that's cool. What's that?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I like my game. I like our shirts. Our shirts get made by really good people, so I'm proud of them. I guess the nice thing too is like I get to be proud of the shirts like a fan. Like with the game stuff, I feel a different way about it. But like when we talk about like the soundtrack or the sound effect, like the sound design or the merchandise, like those are made by other people and they do like amazing work that I can like appreciate as like somebody who just wants to buy that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that stuff in a really different way. Like, I mean, it's just so cool, and it's like the best fan art in the world. It's like fan art made by like my favorite artists for like my favorite thing that I did. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's really sweet.
It's kind of a cool, like, I imagine it's a morale boost, which is
Yeah.
difficult in one person or like very small teams. It's like those morale boosts are a lot harder.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I guess hard to come by when like I really appreciate those. Yeah, those areas where I can collaborate with other people. I always feel way more confident about because I have someone else who's like looking at it with me. I don't think I suffer from like confidence issues the way like a lot of other creative people I know do. Like, I think I have a much better internal. It's not even like I don't even know if I would call it confidence, but kind of just like I'm a bit flippant about it. Like, I'm okay with not being that good.
Like, imposter syndrome's not something that you really
I don't
worry
know
too much about.
I guess not. I mean, it intersects my life in like a not in a problematic way, I guess. Like, I still get my games done. Like, I don't feel that strongly like that the work I do is that good. Like, if you look at anyone thing
Except for Wandersong. Wandersong's great.
I think
September 27th.
Wandersong's great. September 27th.
Buy it twice.
No, it's like Wandersong as a whole, I'm really proud of.
Yeah.
Like as a cohesive product of all these things. Like, I think it's a good game. Mm-hmm. But if you look at any if you look at any one animation, any one like line of dialogue or like whatever, like, I don't really feel like it's like I don't think that I'm good in those pieces. Like, I don't think I'm a particularly good artist. I don't think I'm a good programmer. I don't think I'm an exceptionally good designer. I don't think I'm an exceptionally good like writer, like, per se. But what I can do is I can do all those things like pretty good.
Yeah.
And I do them all at the same time, and like they all work together and they make something better than the sum of their parts. Like, that's the thing that I can do.
Is that what you always want to do? Like, looking forward is the solo.
I don't know. Yeah.
The solo game dev.
I've been thinking. I mean, it's
with limited collaborators, or I mean, really, you're making a game with 3 people.
Yeah, including myself.
5 if you include Fangamer and right, like.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really big question right now because I'm like thinking about my next project and what I'm gonna do. Mm-hmm. I think like. There's like a certain, I guess, like I'm curious people think about Wandersong. That might help me decide like what I want to do next too.
Yeah.
I think that like if I keep working the way that I'm doing with Wandersong, there's a certain bar of quality. Like, I'm never gonna be better than like I don't know what, you know, like Wandersong is like as good as I can ever possibly probably be, you know. Like, if I work for like 3 more years, I'll make something that is like probably like almost as good, or you know, like,
well, it should be. It should be better.
Like, I'll improve, but I mean, it's like if you look at like just it's hard. I think I'm thinking about it in a weird way, but you think about like the quality of production. Like, if you look at like Wandersong next to like Night in the Woods, I'll say, which is just like one step up. It's like they had like double our team size or something, right?
Yeah.
And just like on an asset by asset basis, like if you look at like what is in their game versus what's in mine, like. Night in the Woods is like a clearly better game. It's at a level of quality that like I will never reach by myself. I'm not saying that like to disparage myself. It's just like they have really talented people who I can focus on something, you know, like, and I won't have that. So like, to me, it's like the decision to work with other people would come from a place of like, you know, am I comfortable with where Wandersong is, or do I want to be like Celeste quality or like Night in the Woods quality or something like. Like, is that direction I want to grow in? Where like, because I think there's like when you have stuff that's like that good, I don't know, it takes on a different character. Like, I think Wandersong has an appeal because of its like slight crappiness that
craftiness.
Sorry, I mispronounced craftiness.
Yeah. September 27th.
September 27th. Buy it. I think it has like Undertale too, right? Like, it's like not. Craftiness, yeah. It's like that really personal touch. Like, I think it gives it a quality that doesn't make it necessarily worse, but definitely different.
Well, I also think because it's kind of a different, like, I imagine it gets misgenred a lot.
Undertale?
Wandersong
misgenred?
Like,
a little bit.
Like, and even watching the trailer you showed which was a debut at the Full Indie
Summit. Yeah, no one else has seen the launch trailer yet.
It's like, I didn't know a lot of that stuff was in there.
Yeah.
So, like as a Kickstarter backer, like, I didn't know a lot of stuff
That's cool. Yeah.
And it kind of makes. Yeah, it kind of makes you you kind of see the different tonal shifts and the kind of comedy of it, and kind of all that stuff come out, and I think it all embraces it as a genre bending thing.
Yeah,
like I think it being crafty and being because you're able to touch all of it and have such an influence on it, you can make this weirder thing.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Work.
Yeah,
in a way that when you step up to more people, higher production, it's tougher to.
You're not as flexible.
You're not as flexible, and it's tougher if you're in. I think if you're in that weird genre, where you're like, half the people think it's a music game.
Yeah.
The other half think it's a platformer, and it's this
weird hybrid. Yeah, and it's not even, and it's more than just those two things. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I'm talking through it, like I think that flexibility is like. Such a huge part of my creative, like just the way that I make the stuff that I make. It is hard for me to imagine like how I would scale comfortably from where I am.
And if you were to keep 2 of your roles, like if you were to drop one,
2 of my roles,
if we're doing the traditional design, programming, and art,
programming, art. What about writing? Is that one?
Let's put that in design.
Okay. Oh. Okay, then I would do. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I would drop programming.
Okay.
I would drop programming first, easily, and that leaves me 2 by your.
That leaves you all the creative stuff, and you just hope.
Yeah.
You just hope it works.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't love the programming part of it, but I mean, you do make I make creative decisions while I'm programming that are useful for other parts of the game. So like, even bringing someone on for that, like if you have to rely on somebody for that, I don't know. Like if I were just Noel, for example, that would be great.
Well, but that's because,
Noel's a genius,
and it's and you guys are adorable, and very much thought of as it's the 2 of you.
Aww.
Like I think most people think
Greg and Noel.
Greg. Well, I mean, I think most people say Noel and Greg.
Noel, sorry, of course, no one ever.
But
I was thinking alphabetically, but no one.
Yeah. No, that'd be too easy. Speaking of which, did you think about alphabetically, like how low you're going to be on storefronts?
Oh, no, I didn't until just now. But it'll probably be fine.
If you go to games that start with W, very high.
Right there. Yeah.
Very high.
Very high, yeah.
I gamed that system on my Xbox Live Indie game.
You were like Aardvark Adventure or something?
No, it was with but it was like I put a space between. It was called I Heart Shift, which the main marketing lesson I learned was that using a symbol to describe your game confuses people on how they write about it. Yeah. So seeing a heart. This was, you gotta think about the time. I Heart Huckabee's very popular movie.
Right.
At the time. So, and other things. But when you actually gotta write it out, they might mess it up. But space, highest on the I's.
Right.
So if you're gonna go try and play, let's say Iconfell was a Xbox Live indie game, you're seeing mine.
Right. Oh,
Number 1.
That's right.
Yeah. And I made a game with zombies. That was the other reason. Because it was the biggest X-Plague at the time.
That's cool.
Yeah. Who eventually went on to make Salt and Sanctuary.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, Wandersong will be easy to find because all you have to do is go to the top sellers and just scroll to the top. Coolest games, number 1.
Do you think if you had to add Steam lists?
Steam lists?
Like if there was on the Steam storefront, there was new releases, top sellers. I think there's notable and noteworthy.
That's App Store.
That's App Store.
I think it's trending, trendy, top selling.
Like if you were to add another 2.
Another 2?
What would it? Any ideas?
Do they have to be realistic at all? Like things that seem. Oh, okay. Oh man. Man. Okay. Wait. Now I'm like. This is I guess like okay. If I go to Steam.
Because here's the thing. Ironic? That's like most ironic to least?
Most ironic. Like I would be curious to see how it shifts, I guess. Yeah. Because it would be interesting. It's like the games, I think it would be fun to watch because the games that get on top of there would have like no correlation to like Like sometimes like a new game comes out and it's like this game's terrible. It jumps to the top, and it's like, oh, like this game from like 2005 just got rediscovered.
Yeah, or like the perception. Like,
yeah,
I like never been in a fight, but I would fight somebody, and I've bought people, and now the game's leaving my mind. The one where he's stuck in the cauldron with the hammer.
Getting Over It with Ben Foddy.
Love that game.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where if I tell you to buy it and you're like, oh, I don't know, is that game? I've already gifted you it. Well, because it's $8 and I bought like 5 copies because it's like the hours it's going to take to explain to you why this game's great.
Right, or just not worth it.
Not worth it. Here's the game.
Wow.
Play it.
That's
that game would appear ironic.
Right.
So it'd be top of the list, and then they'd be like, "Oh wait, no, it's really good."
Yeah, it's like as soon as someone realizes it's good, it
and then it drops.
Yeah.
And then you keep like you get to the part where he starts talking about streaming and reusing assets out of the Unity store.
Yeah.
And then it starts crawling back up the irony list.
Yeah, it's like when people like kind of like don't care about it anymore. Like everyone's heard of it, but no one cares about it. Like that's when that would be interesting if they could just track that somehow.
I always thought it'd be cool for them to do like a featured one of the day.
Oh, just like a feature like today's game on Steam.
Racing.
Oh, yeah.
Like indie or music.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then they could just rank it by sales. Even. Just because, like, how many copies of Audio Surf are really selling? Right. I don't know. Probably a lot.
Right.
But I assume very little in 10 years after it's out. So it'd be like kind of, I think it would give people looks at like old games they haven't bought.
The other one I would do is maybe like game top sellers, but only from the last like 5 minutes or something. Like a constantly updating list that's like, oh, like 10 people like just bought Night in the Woods for some reason. It's top, right, in the last 5 minutes or something.
Because I also have this theory, and the same with the App Store, that the only people that look at that are developers. And then they go... Or their journal, like they're in the industry, and and they're like, "What's this PUBG game?
Right?
Why is why is PUBG selling so much?
Right.
I love PUBG, but then they buy it because they have to figure it out.
Right?
Because like I don't understand how like games can like
go up and down on it. Or
like, so I feel like people are constantly looking and buying whatever's in the top sellers to stay on top of what sells.
I mean, if I was like when I'm like actually shopping for games, I look at what's top selling right now. I mean, I always hate everything on it, but I always scroll through that first. And I was like, okay, well, like, because I want to like be part of like a conversation, I guess. Yeah. Even not as like an industry person, but even just as a gamer, I'm just like, well, like, what does everyone like right now? Like, what are the kids? I want to know, you know, like I want to if someone hang out with someone and they're like, hey, I'm playing PUBG or whatever, you know. But I don't ever actually make my decisions that way. I just think about making my decisions that way. And then get something else. Was
Wander Song always the title?
No. It started... Well, I could probably... I'm not going to look for it. I have a sheet. I like spent a lot of time trying to come up with titles for the game. The one that was very, very close to calling it was The Bard's Tale. I was pretty happy with that. Yeah. So I did a Google search, and
there's a game called.
That's what I found out when I did the Google search for The Bard's Tale. But I still was kind of like,
Isn't it like A Bard's Tale?
Something like that. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, can you be Bard's Story or something? I wasn't sure because I saw the game, so I actually emailed the person who was making that game, and I was like, hey, like I'm making a game about a bard. Can I call it like A Bard's Story or something? And he got back to me. He's like, please don't. But then and also was really gracious about it. And then I found out so many things. Like,
you sent him a key afterwards?
He backed us on Kickstarter.
Hey.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I have a Kickstarter coming. I was like, and he had A Bard's Tale.
He's into bards.
The Bard's Tale 4 kickstarted like the same time we did. He was like getting ready to launch theirs as well. Also, okay.
Did you guys cross promote? Because I'd be like,
oh, like barely, or I think it was like one after the other.
Like, why do you do it? Like, why are you trying to jump on Greg?
No, it was nice. Like he was really nice to us.
Okay.
It was only helpful.
I feel anybody launching a Kickstarter same day as me is
like it wasn't same day. But it was like similar timing. It was like some I don't know, but I want to say too that like I was really surprised by it's like I'd never heard of A Bard's Tale obviously because I didn't so I looked it up. I was like, what's this game? And it really totally blew me away how different they interpreted what a bard was. Like Wandersong was like totally like what I think a bard is.
He's singing.
He's singing. Like it's like a joyful, like you're using music and like stuff. In a Bard's Tale, the bard is like kind of misogynist, you know. He's like, he makes like sex jokes. He's like in it for the money, and he's like a sexy guy. He's like funny and edgy and cool, you know.
Oh yeah, so he's like
he's a charismatic bard, right? He's like the D&D like
it's like learning to be in a band just for the romantic advantage.
Yeah. Like that's like that's what the Bard's Tale's about, and it like
that's not what Wandersong's about.
No, not at all. And I actually like. it was like a big moment for me. I was like, wait, like this is what people think bards are. Like, I don't know. It just really weird. Like, so I'm not actually a big fan of, like, that's why I didn't even want to like really cross with it. No, like, you know, the person who's making that game, like, I respect what you're doing. You know, I'm really, really nice to me. But our games are just from different worlds. Yeah. So.
Well, also because like, it's a very, for me, which I'm kind of glad it's not called anything with bard in the title, because when I hear bard I think of, and I haven't played a lot of D&D, but somebody who's like, I'm gonna be a D&D class not about killing, and we're gonna role play our way around these adventures, like a very like kind of specific thing in my mind. Right. Like a whereas like the only problem I feel with Wandersong is it's like you'd assume it's a music game.
What is a music game?
Yeah. So then it's fine.
So, so it made a lot of sense to call it that. I mean, but then, that came up. Yeah, there were a lot of...
Wander for, like, was it like Wander Tune, Wander Melody, like...
What I did, so I had like a... Man, I had a list of like names. They were all really, really bad. In fact, so this is the story. It was like...
Did you get anybody to tell you how bad they were? Like, I feel like Chevy would be a good... This name's terrible.
Honestly, they loved me so much. I think that they were kind of scared to really like lay it on thick, you know. So like the names I was considering was like Bar Diddy,
Bar Diddy,
you know, like Bard Diddy, like Bar Diddy, Bar Diddy,
like Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Sean.
I don't know, probably.
Okay.
No, like Ditty.
Oh, Diddy.
I mean, like bad
like
name.
No, that's Dig Itty.
Yeah, no, like Melody. Adventure. I don't remember like terrible names. And I was
Melody Adventure is not terrible.
I forget. It was even worse.
It's not Wandersong.
No,
it's not coming out September 27th.
It's not coming out September 27th like Wandersong, which you should buy at least 5 times. Though I had like a bunch of words. This is the advice I got from Matt and Noel, which is really good advice. This is a takeaway you can take. Yeah. Is like it's like Sky Torn, Towerfall. It's like you find just like a bunch of like a list of words that sound really cool, like tower, sky, and for Wandersong I had a list of words like that, and I just mashed them together in random combinations to try to find stuff, and not all of them sucked. The way that
you go through them all, like, because I would probably write a thing.
I didn't go through all of them.
Like I would write a thing to pair them all and go like yes, maybe, like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
No, I didn't. Like I use my own like kind of taste as a heuristic. So I didn't look at all of them. I was kind of like, just like, this sounds like it could be good, it's not good. This sounds like it could be good, it is good. So I had it down to like 4 names. I think it was 4 names. None of them were Wandersong. And like they were all bad names. It was like Bard's Adventure, Bard Diddy, something, Melody Quest. I think that was actually one of them.
Melody Quest kind of hard.
Melody Quest. And I was like, I don't know which one to call it. And my Kickstarter was coming out really soon. I needed to pick a title. Yeah. So I went on Twitter. I made a Twitter poll. I was like, which of these 4 names? And I added them. And then on Twitter polls, the default is that there's 5 choices. And I only had 4 that I was ready with. And I was like, I have to get a 5th one to fill it in. So I went back to my notebook and I just looked at the grid and I was like, Wandersong. And just typed it in and just like hit tweet. And then like within like 10 seconds, I was like, wait.
They say Twitter's bad.
Yeah, and they say Twitter's bad. But that's literally how I came up with it. And, and then I think I deleted the tweet or something. I don't remember. Or maybe I kept it up, but I was like, no, Wandersong's clearly the best one. And that's the title now. So there you go. Yep.
And that was like, a long time ago.
That was like January 2016.
I guess that's the problem with Kickstarters, is you have to name your game.
Yeah, you have to name your game, yeah. Naming game is really, really hard. So yeah, like I'm not excited to have to do that again either. Yeah, and Wanderer Song is like lightning in a bottle when you come to, like, I've never had a title this good before. Like on that alone, I should have realized that I was onto something, you know?
Yeah, it's also good because it doesn't lock you in to, if you do sequels. Like one fault I think of Darkest Dungeon,
right,
is like it can't get any darker.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I think Final Fantasy is a silly one too because it's like,
right, Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, you can't. So you got Wonder Song, Wonder Melody,
Wonder Songs,
Wonder EP.
Right.
Like you could do all that stuff. Wonder Stream. You could do flip the other way. You just put song on the end, right?
Yeah.
Jump Song. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Totally. The whole
it's
empire.
Pretty flexible.
Yeah.
So you spoke at the Full Indie Summit.
Yes, I did speak at the Full Indie Summit.
How nervous were you?
I was. My nerve level probably was like close. I'm not a nervous person generally speaking.
No.
So like pretty much flatlined the whole time. 5 minutes before it went to like 90.
Yeah.
I had like a higher heart rate. Yeah. And like I could like feel my pulse.
I felt like you could tell. Like I saw you like right before the talk, and you were like,
yeah,
like angry or scared. I couldn't tell which one.
Yeah, while the person before me was talking, I definitely was just like in the first 3 slides of my talk on a loop for like the whole time. Then I like started the talk, and I like was fine.
Killed it.
Yeah, I
think it was great. Yeah, no, I wasn't. I honestly thought it was more dense. Like more dense with design stuff than I was expecting. Given I don't look at the titles of the talks or the descriptions.
Right.
Going, oh, Greg's going to talk about Wander Song.
Right.
I wasn't. I honestly was not expecting that type of talk. Like it was kind of a whole different Greg.
Right.
That I'm used to.
Yeah, I'm not used to like explaining my process, I guess. But
yeah,
actually,
and doing a thorough job and the trailer, and also like I love the whole the thing I love about Full Indie Summit, it's one of my favorite days of the year. Like,
me too.
Love it. But I love that we keep one kind of local, like hurrah.
Right.
Like there's always one person that's like local, or their game's coming out, or it just came out, like kind of a local like.
Success
boost.
story. Yeah.
So I like that it was you, like, because you're gonna get you're getting the loudest applause regardless, right? like, because it's Greg. Everybody everybody knows your game, likes you. Like, it's gonna be a big thing,
right?
That's what I told her. And then you also did a great talk.
Aww.
Like, you could have done a bad talk and got a standing out. Like,
that's what I said to everybody before my talk. They're like, "Are you nervous?" I was like, "Well, dude, everyone's just gonna be nice to me, even if I completely bomb. So it doesn't matter." Like
nobody's heckling. But one thing I didn't, because I was talking to Trudy afterwards, who was hosting it, and her being nervous was silly because she's English.
Yeah.
So don't worry about how you pronounce things.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because you're the authority.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But she brought up a great point. Did you notice the awkwardness between the last talk and yours?
No. Oh, the marketing one?
Yeah.
Like, yes. Yeah, I guess.
Did it shake you up? Because basically it was a Steam sale talk, which people love to give, people love to hear. Because a lot of people at like an indie conference want to know how to sell their game better.
Right.
So they those type of talks are super interesting to a large amount of people. I understand why those talks are made. They're also based on statistics.
I like them too. Yeah, no, I like it.
And it's always, there's always one thing you hear that you're like, oh,
yeah,
I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
But did it? There was a part where they were like, statistically, these are the best tags.
There was the entire talk was about that. It was like he was like, if you're a puzzle platformer and like here's a graph, that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, if you're rating,
and I was like, Greg's making a music game. He's not making a puzzle platformer. Carry on.
Right. Well, yeah.
And there got to a point where it was like the worst statistically thing you could do is colorful and platformer
and E-rated.
Like
family friendly. Yeah.
Did that like trip you up at all?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was really funny. I don't think it means that much. I asked him about it afterward too, And he was like, oh, like, you'll be fine. You know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
Well, I think if you want to shake up those talks, and I wanted to ask this, but I was at the balcony, and also I don't want to be the guy asking the tough questions. But if you want to be a person asking the tough questions, anytime you hear that talk, go up and ask, what do you mean by indie? What's your scale for indie?
Right.
Because I think the issue with those talks is that they're including the Rocket League.
Oh, right.
Right? And
right.
so if you include PUBG, even an extent Darkest Dungeon is going to mess up the roguelike stats on those. So I feel like I would want to know what you mean by indie.
Right.
Because if indie is games that have been a huge success made by like 10, 12 people, then like, are you really thinking that like The Witcher... like if The Witcher has an indie tag, it's going to mess up those stats.
Right.
And I think most people watching that are like, am I gonna make a salary that I can live on? Like that's kind of their concern.
Kind of, yeah. Although I think if there's also people who are like, well, how do I make Rocket League? You know?
Yeah. But it's just like, so I think that's my question.
Yeah.
What's indie?
It is a good question.
Because if you take out that, and then it's like the stats might all change.
Right.
Because you might have as much of a chance. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like there's the mindset like that kind of talk is approached with. It's like. Kind of like when you ask me about my business plan, it's like there's a
well,
mentality.
That's just because you said don't ask me that. So
yeah,
I had to at that point.
But I do think like there's something there about how like there's a really market minded way to make a game where you're kind of looking at like what's a genre. Like I pick my genre based on like what is a genre that people want, what's an age rating people want, what's an art style people want. That's like a way to make a game and a way to make decisions about your game. But Wandersong just like. I mean, like I'm everything I say means nothing because the game's not out yet. We have no idea how it does.
Well, the people who listen to this have bought 2 copies, so they must love it.
Yeah. But like we're not selling our game really on like what makes Wandersong appealing is not its relationship to other games basically. Like there's no other game.
It's almost its separation from other games that makes it appealing to me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to me too. Like as a designer, right? So it's like. You know, I really like the way that I can't say like, oh, well, if you like Night in the Woods, that's our closest analog that we have. If you like Night in the Woods, like exactly, yeah, you're making a face. Yeah, it's like, would you
if you like Sound Shapes, you should check out Wandersong.
Maybe, but like Sound Shapes doesn't have any dialogue in it, does it? Yeah, I mean,
Sound Shapes is cool, and Wandersong's probably got some cool music.
If you like good games, you should check out Wandersong. Yeah. That's what I say. But like, yeah, like we're selling a game on just like a message and a tone and a mood and like something new. And like you can't graph Wandersong. There is no graph that you can put Wandersong. It just doesn't make any sense. And I think like, okay, well, I was gonna say something that sounds really like when you look at games that are like wildly successful, like Undertale or like Rocket League or something, like they don't. There's no like when those games are coming out, there was no graph that could tell you that like, oh well, this is a popular thing, it's going to do well, right? Yeah, they do well on some other metric. Has nothing to do with that.
And there's always and if anything's consistent, there's always those games that kind of come out of nowhere. Yeah, and how to judge those are impossible.
Yeah. And again, like I am not like that is not like the level I expect Wandersong to be at. But just like it's coming from a different place. Like those, like graphs can't hurt the armor that Wandersong is wearing. Yeah. So
the only graph Wandersong cares about is a pie chart, and by that I mean the directions of which you sing.
Right. Yeah. That's it. That's our favorite graph and our only graph.
Did you look? Are there any games like were you doing the Steam Spy thing? Kind of looking at other stuff.
I tried to in earnest. Like I really kind of.
What were the games you were like looking at?
Okay, so
you felt were.
I looked at Aquaria. Just because I was like.
Well, also you got a little bit controversial Indie House connection.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So you were like, how's that house?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Aquaria and In the Woods are two both by Alec, and it's like they are similar in pieces. Like, it's, like, very superficial. But and it's, like, you can't really compare us to Aquaria because Aquaria's Steam Aquaria was a huge game before Steam. Its success really has no attachment to Steam whatsoever.
Yeah. Arguably, any Steam stats that are not, like, this week are kind of, like, already out of date.
We looked at Night in the Woods. We looked at, there's this game called Dominique Pamplemousse that was made. It was like
Pamplemousse?
Pamplemousse? Yeah.
Like Je déteste the pamplemousse?
Probably, yeah. It was a musical indie game, like where all the characters sing all their dialogue, and it's made
French.
No, it's English. And it was made by like an indie. I think it was in like the IGF Nuovo like 5 years ago or something. Yeah. It's like all claymation. It was like like a weird game with music. I don't know, like. I was the only thing I could remember that even sounded like us. Yeah. But yeah, like, and there was another game. I think it was Night in the Woods Aquarium, that one. But I think there was another one. But I could.
It's also weird too because the more niche your game is, the less games you have to look at. Yeah. Whereas, like, if you were making, I don't know, like a VR gun simulator, you could look at all of it. Like, you look at the hundreds of those, and go like, okay, well. Or some, like, there's probably some parody, but if you're...
I mean, I remember, like, when Matt and Noah were making Celeste, like, that was an easier comparison. I mean, not that they were really even doing that either.
But they could look at Meat Boy.
Platformers. Meat Boy, you look at, like, The End is Nigh or whatever. Like, stuff that was, like, kind of contemporary that was, like... Because Celeste is, like, you get it because it's a platformer.
I really wanted the end... Because I was pro Celeste early. And, like, when I first played Celeste, I was like, this is going to be...
Really?
Like the second coming of Meat Boy. Like this is that hard platformer back, and it doesn't feel like Meat Boy, which I think is I love Meat Boy, but I think a lot of the I'm not doing this because the end is the night, but it's like you've probably played some person's game that's like similar to Meat Boy, and you're like you gotta do something different. Similar emotions. I really wanted End is Nigh to go 1-on-1. I wanted those games at the same day.
Oh, really?
I wanted the...
They didn't.
No, they spread out, so we didn't get to see the fight.
We didn't get to see the fight, although it feels like Celeste would have won. I mean, in the long term, people...
But on paper, you wouldn't... Like,
you wouldn't
we're
have known that.
Biased by city and connection and all that, but...
It actually was really funny talking... Like, I remember talking to Matt and Noel about Celeste before it came out, and how, like... We had no idea. Like, when we guessed, like, Matt would be like, well, how do you think Celeste is going to do? And I was like, well, like, because, like, Matt did Towerfall before, which is huge. Yeah. So, and to us, Celeste was, like, a weird niche game. Like, there was, like, Towerfall had, like, kind of, like, it was kind of, like, the front of a wave of, like, like co-op couch games. So it was, like, okay, so Towerfall did really well. You can see why it did well. Celeste, there's no similar thing. Like, no one's really excited about, like, obviously people excited about Celeste, but, like, what does it fit into? I don't know. Yeah. So probably it'll be, like, half or a quarter Towerfall. Yeah. Just, like, a weird small side game that, like speedrunners are going to love, you know. And because it was, like, it's a hard platformer. It has a weird story. Like, like, what's that intersection? I don't know. Yeah. But then, like, we were just so wrong that it was ridiculous, obviously.
So that's the way you want to be.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like, oh, yeah, it'll
do great.
It'll
and then
kill it,
and then
whatever.
Yeah. So, I've given up on, like, just knowing what is going to happen anymore with Steam stuff. Yeah. Because you really just don't know.
And you just make a game that you care about that
it's
so weird that you have no competition.
Yeah.
You just do the best you can.
Yeah. I mean, basically, I mean, I always approach it just like what do I want? What am I looking for? And, like, making something that I think is really good.
And also, it's kind of like your big, like, this is your big release to a lot of people. Like, I feel like the amount of time you spent and the profile of it is kind of...
It's definitely my biggest thing. Yeah.
Even though you've been making games forever.
Yeah. No, it's always like, every game I do, it's always like the biggest one I do. And it's like, people, I think there's going to be people who are like, oh, like, Wandersong is like such an exciting debut for this new game designer. Like, can't wait to see a second game. Yeah. And it's like, well...
19-year-old Greg.
Yeah. Even younger. But so it is really exciting. It's exciting that it's so big. It's exciting in that sense. I actually just recently, because I'm doing immigration for Canada, so I had to go through, like, all of my my work history to tell Canada what I was doing for, like, 8 years. Yeah. So I recently just actually documented every game I've done, like, how well they did and like the relationship. And I didn't realize until I did that, but Wandersong is, like, by a large margin. Like, there was, like, all my games I did, like, back to back to back. I had, like, 2 going at the same time, or, like, like, a game for 5 months, a game for 6 months. This game was for, like, 2 years, but I did this, like, middle project in the middle of it that made it go longer, and, like, I did one right after. And then like the 3 or 2 years I was doing Wandersong were like quiet. Like I didn't release any games. I've just been doing Wandersong and just building this giant thing for this whole time. It's actually unique in that sense. I didn't realize that.
Did you kind of plan? Because I mean, I get the sense that you're somewhat relaxed this week.
Yeah.
And not rushing to the.
There's no rush.
The finish. Like you're not scrambling to get stuff in to the last minute.
No.
Was that like always kind of the plan?
I mean, I think it's everyone's hope always. I've never made a console game before, so I just didn't know what to expect, and I approached it very cautiously when it came to like telling people dates for things and like what I was gonna try to get done. There's a lot of things like I think there's like on our Trello for Wandersong, there's a list of like 50 or 60 things that I was gonna do. That once I got close enough, I was just like, it's not worth it. I'm just not gonna do that stuff, and that's fine.
It's also good to have that stuff that you might want to add
later, something.
Like
maybe,
because you're probably gonna have to support it some.
Yeah, probably. We did actually have since we had our first like build that passed certification. 2 times we had like a really bad crash or bug that we had to send a new patch in for. There was one that I just got a text message from my publisher today. I didn't know this until like a few hours ago that it's probably going to be ready on launch day. So I have no problems anymore. Before I was going to be like, we're going to launch with this one really bad bug. Yeah. And then like 2 days after it comes out, it'll be patched. Now it's like, it'll be patched day 1. So. And
it's honestly amazing that you're simul shipping.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah. It shows a level of like planning and diligence and I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I really seriously wanted to do it. So like I approached every decision, like especially once I knew it was on the Switch, it just was such a big deal to me to get that moment of like coming on the Switch and PC at the same time. So yeah, it was a lot of build up for sure. Yeah.
And also you get to have that really stressful, like, is it on the store yet?
Yeah.
Launch day thing, but like on 2 different platforms. So you'll be there like, it's going to be on, right? Like,
I mean, it's on the Switch store already. You can pre-order it.
Yeah.
Like already.
You'll be like, why isn't it turned on? Like, it's 10:01.
My goal is not to freak out ever with stuff, especially because like if I wanted to have like a really comfortable living, like if I wanted, how do I put this? Like I'm doing games because I really like making games. And, like, I want to keep enjoying what I'm doing. Like, I make games that I enjoy making. Yeah. I make them in a way that I enjoy making them.
Yeah.
And I launch them in a way that I enjoy launching them. Like, I'm trying to make it easy. So, like, and I do that because, like, if I'm not going to have fun doing it, then I may as well just do something else. Like, I may as well just do something I don't like equally and make more money. You know, like, I could just be a software programmer or something. Like, I could, you know, like, I have skills. But that's not what I'm in it for. I'm in it because I just want to take it easy and like enjoy my life. So that's what all the decisions are kind of like. That's the ground zero that every decision comes down to.
And also you're going to be in a great spot to fix the bug you didn't know about till it launches on Steam and sells a bunch of copies. So you'll be at least well rested for that. And and probably a lot more interview requests.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I'm going to the island this weekend. Actually,
Ooh.
that was a really big. I still feel kind of risky about it, but I'm like, I'm gonna like go.
You're bringing your laptop.
Yeah, I'll bring my laptop, bring my phone and stuff. Yeah, so like I'll be on an island.
Just
But
that's
it. I mean, that's just tell you how confident I am. Like where I'm not expecting any crises to occur. Basically.
What island?
Salt Spring.
Oh, the Gulf Island.
Yeah.
You put a lot of faith in that long ass ferry ride. Is Salt Spring your favorite?
It's just where like my partner's family's at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
that makes it easy.
Yeah. It's just like a nice.
It's always a tough choice. They're all so adorable.
The islands, I've only been to Salt Spring.
Salt Spring is the biggest.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm a big Galliano person. Main Island also. Lovely camping trip there back in the day. Yeah.
Tiny little town.
Honestly, check them out.
Honestly, one of my favorite moves is you take the BC ferry. You get your camping stuff, you put it in a backpack, take the BC ferry to one of those Gulf Islands, then just walk into a camping site.
Oh.
And you're just walking along
like the forest.
Gulf Island roads.
That's so cool.
And then you're at a campsite, and then you set up all your stuff. Like, kind of doing, like... I think it's a great way of doing, like, an introductory kind of, like, backpacking trip.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's, like... You could hitchhike if you believe in it. I'm scared of it, but people always tell you to, hey, you need a ride, but you're just walking along a relatively like
that sounds nice,
like a road, and then and there's some beautiful campsites, and they're like right on the side of the island. Like I remember one, so you could see the ferry you were just on, like like really close to you.
That's cool.
And a lot of like grass fields too. Yeah. In general, I like camping on the island or the Gulf Islands.
I never even considered that, but I should. Yeah. This is I have like a 3-year long list of like things I should do when my game's done, like movies I should watch, and like people I should hang out with, and trips I should take.
Yeah,
I'll add that one to
do
the
you want to
list.
do like a quick rapid fire of that? Like first thing that comes to mind?
Of things I have to do when my game's done?
Yeah.
I have to like visit Montreal, I have to visit Toronto.
No, I was going to ask you, like, where's the place you want to visit when your game's done? Your game's done, where do you want to visit?
Montreal.
What do you want to eat?
Ooh, I just think about banana cream pie.
The game makes a bunch of money. You can buy whatever dumb instrument you want. What are you buying?
A dumb instrument? Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? I would probably buy like an accordion or a violin, something that I'll never learn. but I've always wanted to.
What's the TV series you want to watch?
Oh shit. You know, I don't know why I thought of Breaking Bad first, but that's what I thought of. But there's a better one than that, isn't there?
Breaking Bad's real good. Ozarks is good too. It gets to the, for lack of a better term, shits way quicker.
Okay.
So, like, if you watch Ozarks, you're getting everything Breaking Bad's got immediately. Ozarks, yeah.
Okay.
And it also has the dad. It has, the main guy from Arrested Development, so you get to do the same thing as Breaking Bad is going, oh, it's in the Malcolm in the Middle universe. You're like, this is the Arrested Development universe. He just got a whole new family and has gotten into a bunch of trouble.
Right. I think Breaking Bad's a 3-year-old one. Like that's actually been 3 years ago. Someone told me to watch it.
I mean, you should watch both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Movie you want to see?
Oh, Arrival.
You haven't arrived?
I missed it.
You haven't arrived?
I missed it.
It's the best sci-fi movie for anybody that hates.
Really,
sci-fi.
I haven't heard.
No, for people that hate sci-fi.
Oh.
Like if somebody's like, I hate sci-fi. It's dumb. Arrival.
Okay.
Watch that.
Okay.
And it's a great movie regardless. What's the video game you want to play?
Oh man, what is the video game I skipped really egregiously? I feel like there's an obvious one.
And Smash is coming out soon, but
I like there's games I haven't skipped like as many games as others do. But like Iconoclasts I wanted to play and like missed. That's one that sticks in my head right now. It's like, oh, I really should have played that one. So yeah.
Friend you want to see?
Friend I want to see. Probably someone back in Philadelphia. Oh, well, if I name somebody, then that's just like excluding everyone else. I'll say the city of Philadelphia, my friend.
Okay. Clothing item you want to buy?
Oh, I need a jacket that is actually waterproof.
Yeah, given you live in like one of the rainiest places.
Yeah.
In the world. Vacation destination. Yo, like Japan? I mean, that's where I've been wanting to go there for forever, or Iceland or something. Those are like the big ones. Those are like, okay, like if I really can just fuck off for a long time. You want to know the fun Iceland fact?
Yes.
So Iceland is so homogenous that dating somebody you're related to is a huge concern. So they have a dating app that you walk up to somebody in wherever you do that consensually and you totally are not ruining somebody's day. You walk up, you're like, hey, think you're cute, let's just bump phones real quick. and then you're like, oh, we're like cousins, never mind, or whatever. Yeah, because it's such a such a problem.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I have questions about, I wonder how it's like for people that are not obviously Icelandic. Like if I go there, if nobody had ever asked me that because I have curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Huh. Okay. So open field for me because I'm probably not related to anybody there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know.
You should get that. What's the chore? What's the house?
Laundry.
Laundry? Yeah, we did laundry in 3 years. Yeah.
No.
What's the family member you need to call?
Oh man, all of them, like all of them. I think I owe my sister some good like one-on-one time for sure. Like it's been a while. Yeah.
Nice thing for a significant other.
Nice thing for a significant other. Man, I would like to spend some time and actually make something for her.
Like a shelf.
Yeah, or just like something artistic, like a card or a game, or like, just like put my heart into something. Yeah, that would be nice.
Local event.
Local event? Oh,
like the Ukrainian, or close by the Ukrainian church.
Yeah, and I actually missed that a lot of times.
They do that food thing.
I mean, dang, well that is actually a really good one.
It's like Christmas market, haunted houses. A lot of stuff's coming up.
Not the haunted houses so much. Not the Christmas market so much. I actually think it might be the pierogi thing. Like, actually, that's my choice.
Yeah, a little cabbage roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Podcast
to listen to? Oh, you know what? I've been hearing a lot about like Critical Role and stuff. And the Question Bus, of course. Yeah.
Thanks for being on the Question Bus.
Anytime.
Is there anything else you want to plug?
That I want to plug? No, just Wander Song, which comes out on September 27th.
Buy it twice if you want to follow it on any social media.
It's at wandersong_game or at Lobanov, which is my Twitter handle.
Just on Twitter?
That's on Twitter.
We're doing Instagram?
No, we're not doing Instagram.
SoundCloud, is there any?
Gordon has a SoundCloud, A Shell in the Pit.
Yeah, you'll be able to listen to the soundtrack on Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. It'll be on Steam as well. It'll be on Spotify.
Yeah.
That'll be my favorite place to listen to, probably.
And do you want this to come out first?
Like,
I think this is a more pro Wander Song interview. Not that Gord's isn't.
Right.
Gord's is very much a pro Wander Song. We do a similar thing.
Okay.
Try and say Wander Song as much
as possible
coming out September 27th.
Right.
During the podcast, but I think this would be a better launch one.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is we do this either day before,
day before,
of.
Yeah.
Because if people download and stuff, then if they're already in a podcast, it'll be the second podcast they listen to or something. And then we do Gord's like maybe on the Friday as like a Friday push, because I know the weekend sales are always important.
So you do Wednesday, because our game comes out on a Thursday. So you do Wednesday and then Friday?
We can do that, yeah, or we can do it
I would do the next week, yeah.
Yeah, so we can do 2 Wednesdays.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And that's sorted out. And I'll cut out that thing out of Gord's episode.
Okay.
Which we won't say here, so I don't have to cut it out.
Okay. I don't remember, but okay.
Great.
I trust you. I trust you completely.